Every year, Hanover, Germany is home to one of the largest congregation of popular figures in the DIY space, the Hanover Maker Faire. This year, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, which makes sense since I study here. I pulled a triple NI moment and made the mistake of using the selfie stick to hold my phone, which rendered most of the footage unusably shaky. So, apologies for that. Despite being a YouTube nobody, I managed to secure a press pass which allowed me unlimited access to the fair over the entire 2 days, and I was determined to make the most of it. If I could bring myself to stay out of the sidelines and mix with the other bolder photographers and videographers. Star Wars' eternally dedicated fan base set up stands with incredibly detailed models that I am sure I could have named if I was 10 years younger. Takes me back to my own Star Wars phase. Looks like these models are from other generic space sci fi. I'm not so sure which movie or TV series this specific one is from. If space nerding is not your thing, there was a considerable amount of Lego scattered all around the place. Fancy breaking an old car? Speaking of vehicles, I got to try this amazingly realistic race car simulator and show off my gear shifting skills and male pattern baldness. I also came across this questionable piece of kit. If you're going to build circuits as complex as that, you might as well invest in breadboards and jumper wires or some Manhattan boards if you're that kind of person. Thanks, Mark. Unsurprisingly, Prusa set up the largest 3D printing stand showing off the new resin printer and the Prusa XL. I might just be interested in this one product. Oh well, looks like I went and did the thing and got one second hand. €30 a kilo Prusa meant anyone? No? No worries, there's plenty of competition in the market. Moving on to more boys' toys themed stuff. This person is trying to recreate the entire flight deck of a Boeing 737 and I regret not trying out some of the controls. The test equipment nuts went all out and decked a couple of large tables with old vacuum tube based stuff. The highlight of that exhibit was the Tektronix logo on an RNS scope. It's no surprise that Gigabecquerel is giving away some free uranium. He had a ton of interesting things to show me, including radiation sources and sketchy radioactive quackery from eBay. This is a homemade scintillator, which is basically a puck of plastic doped with fluorescent chemicals. Here are some photomultiplier tubes and doped glass. The PTB had some of their treasures, including Dennis from the Rep server, on display, who was helping other makers and hobbyists calibrate their equipment. I was able to get a long one-on-one session and calibrate my Keithley 2000. The highlight of the day was an interview with Eben Upton, the founder of Raspberry Pi. I made my love for the Pi Pico very clear. He also gave a talk about the RP2040, the full version of which I have uploaded to my second channel along with the full cut of gigabecquerels and the PTB's stand. Links in the description. Overall, it was a fun weekend, 11 out of 10 would recommend. See you next year.